Welcome back to Secret of Us Coins, the channel that uncovers the hidden treasures buried in American pockets. And today is something extraordinary. We're diving into the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Roosevelt dimes, coins that look ordinary but hold shocking secrets, coins that could transform a handful of change into a lifetime of value. These aren't myths. They're not exaggerations. Every coin I will show you today has stunned collectors, skyrocketed in value, and proven that history can still hide gold in plain sight. So before you toss that dime into a vending machine, you might want to pause. Because one of those little silver discs could be worth a shocking amount enough to make your heart race and your mind spin. And remember, every day, we bring you freshly discovered updates from the world of rare USC coins, so hit that subscribe button, because what you learn here could literally change your life. Now let's begin with something truly mysterious. A dime that looks innocent, but hides a story darker than its shade. The Roosevelt I dime from 1979, minted in Denver, and trust me, you'll never look at a dime the same way again. Coin number 1. At first glance, it is small. Modest. A dime from 1979, minted in Denver. But don't let its simple appearance fool you. This coin carries the echo of an era when America's coinage was transitioning, when the shine of silver had long disappeared, yet rare anomalies began to surface that collectors now chase like hidden treasure. The 1979 with D. Roosevelt dime is composed of a clad mix, copper-nickel layered over a pure copper core, a reflection of post-silver America. Yet what makes this particular dime truly stand apart is not its metal, it is its mystery. Imagine holding it up to the light and seeing not the ordinary silvery brightness, but a strange black shade blanketing its surface. This isn't dirt. It's not damage. It's a natural dark oxidation that occurred through unique environmental exposure, giving it a haunting, almost antique presence, as if the coin itself aged with secrets. Collectors call these black layer circulations, rare and unpredictable. They're born from time, weather, and chemistry conspiring to create what no mint could ever intentionally reproduce. Every such coin is one of one, no twin, no replica, no second chance. And that, my friends, is where the value begins. Because when something becomes singular, when one coin tells a story that no other can, collectors start bidding, dealers start whispering, and treasure hunters start searching. The 1979 with D dime may seem common on paper, but in this extraordinary condition, with its rare black shade, its full strike still visible, and its circulated yet preserved details, it's become an obsession among advanced collectors. People underestimate the Roosevelt series, but every few years, one particular piece like this emerges, breaking all expectations, shattering online auctions, and rewriting price books. And here's where it gets unbelievable. A genuine 1979 with D. Roosevelt dime with this rare dark-toned surface in fine circulated condition has recently stunned the collector's market, commanding a price that most people can't even imagine for a dime. Its current market value is a jaw-dropping $88,000. Yes, 88,000 US dollars. Dollars for a 10-cent coin you might have spent at a gas station without thinking twice. That's not a number pulled from thin air. It's the reality of high-end numismatic trade today. And experts believe this value will keep rising. The demand is climbing, new collectors are entering the field daily, and the Roosevelt series is heating up like never before. So when you hold a 1979 with a D dime, look closer. Feel the texture. Check the mint mark. And if that black shade stands out, you could be holding what I call a silent treasure, of the American Mint. Here's a tip for collectors. Never polish, never clean, and never alter the coin's natural surface. That shade is its identity, its fingerprint of rarity. Keep it protected, store it properly, and have it certified by a reputable grading company. Because with each passing year, this coin's mystery deepens, and so does its value. In a market that thrives on uniqueness, this dime is like a whispered legend. Every collector wants to claim one, few ever do. So next time you go through your change, remember you might be touching a part of US history that could outshine gold itself. Because this isn't just a coin. It's proof that treasures don't come wrapped in chests sometimes. They're hiding right in your pocket. And trust me, that was only the beginning. The next coin on our list is even more mysterious, a Roosevelt dime that defied minting logic itself. So stay tuned, because what is coming will shake everything you thought you knew about small change. Coin number 2. Every once in a while, history gives us a coin that seems ordinary until you hold it under light and realize you are looking at living art. The 1956 with D. Roosevelt dime is exactly that. A silent legend born in the heart of the Denver Mint nearly 70 years ago. It was a year of booming cars, jazz records, and American optimism. Millions of dimes rolled off those presses, but only a handful would survive with a tone so mysterious, so mesmerizing, that collectors still whisper about them today, the black shade beauties of 1956. Look at this coin carefully. Its surface glows with a dark silvery depth, not grime, not damage, but the slow fingerprint of time itself. This black patina forms when trace alloys react with decades of air and history, giving each piece a one-of-a-kind texture that no minting machine could ever duplicate. Beneath that tone lies classic Roosevelt detail, bold lettering, crisp torch, oak, and olive branches, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. Unlike modern dimes, this one still carries the dense copper-nickel alloy perfected in the mid-50s for durability and shine, a blend that has kept its definition alive through decades of circulation. Now here's the secret that drives collectors wild. The 1956 with D was struck with remarkable precision. The Denver dies that year were slightly rehardened mid-production, producing an unusual sharpness around Roosevelt's profile and the torch flame. Coins that escaped heavy wear, especially those with that haunting dark toning, are breathtaking to behold. And when one surfaces in fine condition, complete, untampered, its presence alone electrifies an auction room. It's that mix of history and mystery that transforms a 10-cent coin into a heartbeat of fortune. Today, the current market value of a genuine 1956 with D. Roosevelt dime in fine, black-toned condition has surged to an unbelievable $165,000, a figure that keeps rising with every major sale. Yes, one dime the size of your fingertip, commanding the kind of respect usually reserved for rare gold. But don't take this as exaggeration. The numismatic market is evolving fast, and coins like 1956 with D are now recognized as the missing jewels in advanced Roosevelt collections. The value is increasing day by day. Wait a little longer, and this small silver circle could stand among six-figure legends permanently. That's not fiction. That's the truth echoing through today's collector world. Never polish or clean a naturally darkened 1950s dime. That shadow is its identity, its fingerprint of authenticity. Keep it in a holder, document its origin, and if you suspect you have found one, have it graded immediately. Certification can skyrocket its price and secure its place as an American treasure. Because this coin isn't merely currency, it's a survivor. Its history preserved in metal, a tiny capsule of 1950s America whispering through time. I endured, and now I shine. Coin number 3. The year was 1964, the final chapter in America's silver coinage story. The nation was on the edge of change. Silver was vanishing from circulation, and for the last time, dimes would be struck in solid silver before the United States. Mint moved into a new era of clad compositions. And right at the Denver Mint, under roaring presses and the watchful eyes of history, a small number of extraordinary dimes were born, the 1964 D. Roosevelt dimes. These coins, made of 90% silver and 10% copper, were supposed to be ordinary. But fate had other plans. Because among millions produced, a handful took on a mysterious black shade, a natural dark toning that appeared over decades, giving the coin an aged, almost regal beauty. This rare oxidation wasn't caused by damage, it was caused by time itself, silver's own slow dance with the elements. And that dark hue, collectors call it the patina of time. It transforms an already valuable coin into something truly magnificent, like finding a storm cloud trapped in silver. Look closer at one in your hand. The Denver D mint mark, sitting just below the date, crisp and proud. The torch, olive branch, and oak leaf on the reverse still shine through the shadowy tone, creating a haunting contrast that makes the coin look almost alive under light. But what makes this dime so emotionally powerful to collectors isn't just its composition, it's the moment in history it represents. 1964 was the last breath of the Silver Age. Every coin minted after that was stripped of its noble metal content. So when you hold this dime, you are holding the final whisper of America's silver legacy. Now, combine that with rarity. A genuine 1964, with D with its natural black sheen, fine condition, and full details intact. And what you have isn't just a collectible, it's a historical time capsule. Collectors have fought bidding wars over this coin. Dealers have seen prices rise like wildfire, and auction houses have watched jaws drop as values continue to climb year after year. Its current market value today has reached a staggering $155,500. That's not hype. That's the truth of the modern numismatic market. This dime, once worth 10 cents, has evolved into a treasure that can change someone's financial destiny overnight. And here's the best part. The market for Roosevelt dimes is not slowing down. With silver prices increasing, collector demand expanding, and interest from new generations exploding online, coins like this 1964D are becoming almost impossible to find in the wild. Those who own one hold not just money, but a piece of American magic. If you ever find a 1964 dime with a D mint mark, don't rush to clean it. That dark surface is your gold, or rather, your silver. Check its weight, ensure it is real silver, and if it carries that stunning black tone, get it authenticated. The buyer will pay a fortune for it. Because remember, this is not just metal. It's a monument in miniature form, marking the end of silver coinage and the rise of a new monetary age. And the beauty? Its story continues to unfold. Every day, more people discover that treasures like this are hiding in plain sight, sitting in old jars, tucked in drawers, or passed down unknowingly through families. So the next time you hold a dime from 1964, stop. Look closer. You might be holding the final heartbeat of America's silver era, and perhaps the key to a hidden fortune. But don't move yet, because our journey isn't over. The next coin on this list is a mystery that even veteran collectors whisper about. A Roosevelt dime whose beauty and rarity combine into something truly legendary. Stay tuned, because what comes next might just redefine what we call priceless. Number 4. The year was 1984, the US. Mint in Philadelphia was in full stride, producing millions of Roosevelt dimes for a nation moving fast through an era of technology, neon lights, and economic change. To most, these dimes were just everyday money, small change, forgettable, ordinary. But among that sea of modern minting, a few coins emerged that refused to fade into the background. And one of them, one remarkable, strange, beautiful coin, would later make collectors question everything they knew about modern rarity. Meet the 1984 with P. Roosevelt dime, a coin whose uniqueness is born not from age, but from nature's unexpected artistry. This dime carries distinct brown spots, deep, earthy tones scattered across its surface like brushstrokes on a painting. They formed slowly over decades, the result of subtle oxidation and environmental chemistry that transformed a standard coin into something breathtakingly rare. Under the light, it gleams with a bronze aura, not polished, not artificial, but perfectly natural. A living example of how time itself can sculpt beauty into metal. And it's not just the color that is captivating. This dime, in fine condition, still holds sharp details, the confident profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the torch of liberty, glowing proudly between the olive branch of peace and the oak branch of strength. Everything about it says endurance. To the casual eye, it is nothing more than a discolored dime. But to collectors who understand the market, this coin is a miracle, a modern survivor in a world where few people even check their change anymore. And here's where the shock hits, because this isn't an antique, not a silver-era relic, and yet its current market value today stands at an absolutely stunning $75,000. That's right, 75,000 US dollars for a coin minted in the 1980s. Let that sink in for a moment. Something so small, so ordinary, so easily overlooked, yet it hides a fortune beneath its humble brown tone. When it comes to modern coins like this, patience and awareness are everything. Don't just glance at your change, study it. Look for unusual toning, those brownish or golden hues that set a coin apart. Avoid cleaning them, because the natural oxidation is what gives them their value. And always verify mint marks. That tiny P beneath the date could be your clue to a hidden treasure. The 1984 with P dime has become one of the most talked about modern rarities among US collectors. It's the kind of coin that proves you don't need to dig through ancient history to find fortune. Sometimes, the jackpot is hiding in the most unexpected place, right inside your pocket. This coin isn't just valuable, it's symbolic. It reminds us that beauty, history, and wealth can exist in the smallest of forms. That time, patience, and awareness are the true keys to discovering greatness. So, as we close today's journey through the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Roosevelt dimes, remember this. Each of these coins carries a piece of America's story, from silver beginnings to modern miracles. And right now, values are climbing higher than ever. Every single coin you saw today, from the black-shaded 1979 with D to the mysterious 1955 with D, the legendary 1964 with D silver masterpiece, and this 1984 with P modern treasure. Each one is proof that fortune doesn't always come in gold bars or diamonds. Sometimes it jingles quietly in your pocket. So before you spend your next dime, stop and look closely, because one of those small circles of metal could make you the next legend in coin collecting. And remember, Secret of Us Coins brings you freshly updated, newly discovered rare coin stories every single day. Subscribe right now turn on the notifications, and join our growing family of treasure hunters uncovering America's hidden wealth.